What's up, gamers? It's Above, and in today's video, we'll be putting Destiny's newest grenade launcher, the Forbearance, head-to-head against the current PvE king in Salvager, Salvo. Salvo has been dominant since Season of the Chosen because it was the first special weapon with chain reaction in its perk pool and excels pretty much everywhere in the game. It's not only the king of ad clear, it can also put up insane damage numbers on Atheon and has been used by top players to help them achieve world's first. It's dominated for so long, in fact, that Bungie basically admitted they released it too strong, rivaling previous pinnacle rewards. Now relax, they're not nerfing it, but it is hard to imagine that anything could dethrone this weapon. But with the launch of Witch Queen and Vow of the Disciple, that's all changed. The Forbearance is a brand new waveframe that drops from the Vow of the Disciple raid. Now, waveframes were already strong, but pair this with the fact that it rolls chain reaction like Salvo, and it instantly contends for the best ad clear weapon in Destiny. I've fallen in love with this weapon, and today I'll be showcasing why. If you enjoyed today's video, a like and subscription would be greatly appreciated. Now let's get into it. I was lucky enough to have a Forbearance drop for me with chain reaction during my day 1 raid clear. Frickin' streamer loot! I've never been a huge fan of waveframes myself, but chain reaction on a waveframe just seemed kinda nuts, so I decided to give it a try. I wasn't only impressed, I couldn't put this thing down for the rest of the raid, and I've been maining it ever since. It's a gun that you pick up and instantly fall in love with, and the last time I felt this way was actually with Salvager Salvo, which is why I put together a comparison for you guys. Let's start by going over the best perk combinations. The first is stats for all in column 3 and 1 for all in column 4. Both of these perks are super easy to proc on a waveframe since you're pretty much always hitting several targets at once, which means both perks will have a lot of uptime. I can definitely see this role being useful in master raid content where the ads are extremely tanky and normal damage perks just don't cut it anymore because they rely on kills. But with this combo, you tag 3 targets and instantly have a 35% damage bonus and a 30% boost to your reload and handling, making it an all-around monster. With that being said, the role we're all here for is Ambitious Assassin in column 3 and Chain Reaction in column 4. As I noted earlier, Salvo is the only other special weapon in the game that can roll these 2 perks, but in my opinion, they are so much better on a waveframe. When Chain Reaction procs, the way this perk works is that an enemy will die and their body explodes outwards. With Salvo, this occurs in a single location, but with the Forbearance, the Chain Reaction will proc on any enemy that dies within that wave traveling on the ground. This wave typically travels around 10 meters, which makes the ad clear on this weapon unlike anything I've ever seen before. You're killing multiple targets at once that all explode in a 10-meter radius, which results in a cloud of explosions that even clean up majors pretty easily. Pair this with Ambitious Assassin, where you get 2 in the mag after a kill, and you can single-handedly control ad dense encounters. And it gets even crazier. These raid weapons also come with the intrinsic perk Soul Drinker, which states that you gain health based on the number of hits before reloading. I did some testing, and tagging just 2 targets simultaneously will grant you an instant 50% health regen after reloading. You're going to be doing this all the time with a waveframe grenade launcher, and from what I can tell, this has no cooldown. The second is that there are enhanced versions of these perks that you can't get on Salvo at all. According to Light GG, Enhanced Ambitious Assassin will provide greater reload speed, while Enhanced Chain Reaction improves ammo reserves. This weapon already has insane stats and great ammo economy, so these are pretty solid enhanced perks in my opinion. My role already has 83 base reload speed without a reload masterwork, so who knows, the reload speed may even get maxed out with Enhanced Ambitious Assassin. Now let's shift our focus to Salvo. It obviously has the same Ambitious Assassin and Chain Reaction role that the Forbearance does, but it also has the ability to swap over to Demo and Vorpal, which is nice for flexibility and enables some crazy DPS builds with fusion nades on Atheon. I'd argue that Demo's lost some value with the Void 3.0 revamp simply because Devour is now available on all classes and feeds grenade energy on kill. Where Salvo does outshine the Forbearance is in more vertical encounters where it's difficult to place those waveframes at a distance or get stuck on awkward surfaces like staircases or weird textures. This makes Salvo more viable in the mid to long range, while the Forbearance gives you close to mid-range control. You take minimal damage damage when you shoot a wave frame at your feet, while Salvo will nearly kill you in a similar situation. You also have a minimum travel distance before you can detonate a breech-loaded grenade launcher, which makes it a little tougher to use at close range. This means you can play more aggressive with the Forbearance since you can spam it at your feet, but it also relies much more on your positioning than the Salvo does. At the end of the day, it's all personal preference between these two weapons, and though it's hard to choose, that's a great problem for us to have. If I had to pick a winner, I think the Forbearance wins out and has become the best ad clear weapon in Destiny for me. It's taken a strong archetype and given it a perk that's unlocked its true potential. I'll let some strike gameplay roll in the background so you guys can see this thing in action, and before I let you go, if you don't have a raid team and want to get involved with our community, you can catch me live over at twitch.tv/above, where we do all sorts of endgame help for players every week so that you can get your hands on the best loot too. With that said, enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you next time. Peace!